Yo, 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 what's up? What's up? We live. It's Boxing News Tuesday nights. Mike Theory. We got Supreme Boxing. We got Stacks Ringside in the building. Man, what's going
Big
on?
week,
How was the weekend?
man. Big weekend of fights, man. I loved it, man. Just chilled,
Yeah,
watched the fights. Up early in the morning, Saturday morning, watching the fights in Japan.
yeah,
Yeah, man. It was good, man. It was good.
for sure. So you did you watch the whole card on Saturday or early Saturday, or did you just watch like the end?
I just watched the two, man. That's all that the zone put on. They said it was gonna pop on at 2:40. Didn't pop on until after 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I just got to watch both of the Inoue fights. Um, but the one that surprised me, I was telling everybody about that kid Tanaka, Sword
Yes.
Tanaka, 5-0, 5 KOs, and he ended up losing a split decision to Sasaki, man. So Jin Sasaki ended up coming away with the win, and that's a big win for Jin. I mean,
For
he had
sure.
another win after his knockout loss to Brian Norman, but there's levels, man. Sometimes that experience comes into play.
Yeah.
You can be 5-0 with 5 KOs, man, but you get somebody experienced in there, and makes a
No,
makes
for
a
sure.
world of difference.
Yep. Yeah, man, I had my alarm set. I had my alarm set, and I missed it. Like I hit it, and I was like, all right, 5 more minutes, I'm gonna get up. And I got up, and like I was able to watch the Inoue Nakatani fight. But I started at round 7.
Oh
So
yeah, when
yeah,
Nakatani started coming on a little bit,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So when I turned it on, I just see Nakatani like that. I was like, oh shit. And then I'm like, I started hearing the commentators are like, oh yeah, this is. I'm like, oh shoot. So he was like, he had just barely started like putting it
yeah,
on him. I was like, okay. Then I was like, damn. So I missed it. So I waited, went back, and like kind of watched the highlights to see how everything went. But yeah, I thought I missed it. When I woke up, I was like, oh fuck.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but no, I
Nah,
caught I caught the end
definitely.
of it, which is cool still. But it was a long day of fights, early in the morning to at night. But man, it was.
No,
I feel like it lived up. It
no,
lived
it,
up
it,
to
it really
the
did,
the
man.
hype.
No, it did. You had some upsets. You had guys not looking too good,
Yeah,
and in the fight in Japan, it went exactly like I thought it would. I thought Nakatani would, you know, maybe win 4 rounds, and that's exactly what he won, man. It was 8 rounds
yeah.
to four. On two of the cards, one of the cards gave Nakatani 5 rounds, but nothing for Junto to hang his head over, man. I mean,
No,
that he's fighting the number one guy in the world.
yeah.
And like I said, he hadn't been in there with anybody with as much talent as Inoue, and he held his own.
No,
He held his own, and
for sure.
definitely a good fight, man, on the biggest stage of his life. They said the gate cleared, something like 32 million, just on the
Yes.
gate, 650,000 pay-per-views just in Japan,
Damn.
so yeah.
Yeah, because there was what 55,000 or something like that in attendance.
Yeah, and it sold out like weeks in advance. I heard it sold
Yeah.
out like in the first 15 or 20 minutes once the tickets went on sale. That the tickets went so fast that they ended up doing like a lottery for those tickets,
Yeah.
because
Crazy.
they knew it was going to sell out that quick.
Yep.
Whatever general tickets they put on sale sold out within like the first 10 minutes, and then the rest was lottery tickets.
Dang. That's crazy. It's just crazy to think. So we'll touch on Inoue a little bit later on in the live.
Yeah.
Just like what I got posted up right here. Benavidez, he dominated Zudo. Like it went. He dominated him a lot faster than I anticipated. Like he went out there to make a statement. Like he would. I guess he's had like these fights where David Morrell and like okay that was like for not the casuals but for like the purists that was supposed to be like the test for both of them, right? You get somebody finally David was gonna fight somebody his size is his way and somebody that has skill, right? But the knock on that Morale fight was just that Morale he wasn't experienced, right? He didn't have the professional experience. Amateurs, yeah, he had all the experience of the amateurs coming in, and he was skilled just as big as Benavidez, and he was scary too with the knockouts. Um, that performance, he did what he was supposed to do, but this performance against Zudo is what we've been waiting. Like he's had good performances, but I feel like this is the performance that we've been waiting for him to see, like to show us since moving up, right? Since moving up to light heavyweight, he had the yard performance was really good. But for someone that's a unified champion and you're going to cruiserweight, the way he ended it so quickly, like once he
He
had
dominated, bro.
it was just insane. Once he had that
Yeah.
drop, once he heard him, actually once he just throw that first like fury, like that once that first fury that he threw, I was like, oh man, like it's gonna be an early night. Like I don't think Vizzuto is gonna be able to handle that many punches. Like
No.
and yeah,
He was walking through Zordo's punches. He would hit him with the 5, 6 punch combination. Zordo would hit him, and he wouldn't
yeah,
even reset. He kept throwing the same combos on him.
yeah,
And it was a lot different than like say per se Crawford and Canelo, where Crawford was technical and boxed.
hmm
He actually went in there and bullied the bigger man. I mean,
yeah,
he bullied the bigger man and walked through his punches and bullied Zordo and hurt Zordo. He broke his nose, on that first knockdown, and then
yeah,
just the accumulation of punches. I thought it would be more. I expected that type of ending, but not till later in the rounds. I thought Zordo was going to gas out. I didn't think he was going to hurt him that quick, that early.
yeah,
I mean, he went in there like you said. He went in there with the message and something to prove.
yes,
That he's the man at cruiserweight. So
yeah.
definitely
There's no what ifs anymore with David Benavidez.
no, none.
There's no what ifs at all. Like you can't be like, well, he fought this guy, and what about this and what? No, there's none of that no more. He's the only one that you can say that I guess like you if you want to try to make a conversations will be Opataya, but I don't think Opataya is gonna be able to keep up with those punches. Like
No, I don't. I
and,
don't.
and
No,
he hasn't been tested as well. Like he's another one that hasn't been tested in that division. Cruiserweight's not a deep division. It's like it's always been like never really been a deep division. I don't think. And so
no.
um, yeah, it's just I think David Benavidez nobody's gonna be able to touch him. If he does go up to heavyweight and he fights that Usyk fight, that's the only like okay, like that's gonna be a test. I feel now if he goes back down to light heavyweight, I think he beats everybody in light heavyweight. Um, Bevo would I think Bevo has the best chance just because of how technically sound he is and he's gonna have a game plan. It's just but those combinations that Benavidez was throwing and how fast and how powerful they were. You throw that many punches, most people take power off of that, right? You're just throwing them, but his force like he had some power behind all like every punch, and it's just I feel like if he goes back down to light heavyweight, he beats Bevel, um, because look what he did to Zudo. Like look at the mindset he was in. Look at how serious he took it, and he came out and he did not play around. Like he went straight to it. Um, I think with that type of mindset, with that type of thing, with chip on his shoulder that he has, uh, the only one that I can see maybe beating him would be Usyk, just because how good Usyk is and his footwork. Right, it's the Usyk's footwork and the power at heavyweight is going to be something completely different. But that's something that I definitely want to see, and it would
Yeah,
go
because
crazy.
you go down to light heavyweight and you look at the two top guys down there, and Better Be and Bibble. Their styles are completely different. They're
Yeah,
both technically sound. They're not big counter punchers. They're technical. They want to box.
yeah,
And for somebody like Bibble to go up against Benavidez, it would throw his game plan off because he's not the banger. He's not going to go in there and bang and try to counter or do whatever. He's the type that wants to set. He wants to set us up. He wants to pop that jab. He wants to control his distance, wants to control the pace. And David's not going to let him.
no,
And it's going to, David's offense will be his best defense because Bivol won't be able to reset and get into that technical type of fight. He's going to be defending himself and trying to fight off his back foot. Instead of fighting
Yeah.
on his front foot and controlling the pace, he's going to be on his back foot trying to counter, and he's not used to that type of. I don't think he's ever fought anybody that's going to give him that's ever gave him that type of pressure. He was too big for Canelo. Canelo couldn't get in on the inside.
Yeah.
He backed up on his back foot, but he would pop his jab and he kept his jab going. And then once he even got Canelo on the ropes, he was too big for Canelo.
Yeah.
Where with Benavidez is going to come forward at him, and
Yeah.
he's going to be backpedaling that fight, and his whole style of fighting is going to go out the window, and he's going to have
Yeah.
to adjust, and I think it would be hard. That fight, I guarantee you, Benavidez would control that fight, the pace of that fight, and how that fight goes, and it would be Bivol having to be that would have to adjust. It's not going to be
No.
Bivol popping his jab and controlling everything on David. David will cut that damn ring off, and he'll take a hit or two hits to get his 5 punches in. So that's
Oh
that's the
yeah.
dangerous part about David.
And it's what the thing that he has in to his advantage is that nobody in the light heavyweight, cruiserweight, or even heavyweight is ever seen those many punches come at them that fast.
No,
That's those type of combinations are meant for the lower weight classes. Like so, how does some of these guys prepare for that? They can't. Like
no,
who do you get to spar that's gonna throw those type of punches and that like
with the
and be
power.
with the power and being that big, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. You might go get somebody in the lower weight classes, yeah, but they're not tall. They're not like it. They're not tall.
Yeah,
They don't have
it's
that speed. They don't have that power. So that's his advantage. They nobody. It's gonna be hard to prepare for him.
it's one thing to get hit, with 10 or 15 punches by somebody that doesn't have the power, and okay, they're stinging you, but it's another thing to get hit with 10 or 15 punches in a 20-second range, and each one of them's like a goddamn sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Like you just you're not gonna find that in sparring. You're not gonna find somebody that fast, that powerful, that can. You just can't adjust to that. That's something you can't get used to. You can't train
Yeah.
for that.
No.
Yeah, you better be on your A game, ready to go. Like you better have that equalizer, be able to counter. Like unless there's a solid boxer that has power that can counter him and hurt him. Like I just don't see it. It's
Yeah.
he's the monster.
Monster. Yeah. He's a monster because it's like I've seen. I think PBC they posted something after he won, and it was like him with like all these arms, like an octopus. Is like,
Yeah,
and
man.
that's what it is. Is like, how do you can't because it's like the only way that somebody would have a chance to beat him, I feel like, is somebody like a Usyk that has the power, but also has the footwork, like being able to hit him, move around the ring, and cut these angles. Because yeah, if he's throwing 4 or 5 at you, and you're able to like cut you, out of that 5, 6, 7, 8 combination, and you're able to move, you might get hit with like 2 or 3, boom, and you move around. So that's making him miss those big combinations. That's what's gonna tire him out, or at least slow him down a little bit because he does have a gas tank for being that big. And he was saying that not cutting all the weight, he actually feels a lot like that he has more energy now. So
Yeah,
you have to have the power. You have to have like that equalizing punch, but you have to be
yeah.
able to move
That's
and
why it's
not
gonna
get and
take
move
a
and get tired. Yeah, it's gonna take
it's
somebody.
gonna take a heavyweight. It's gonna take a
Yeah.
heavyweight because like somebody like Usyk has that power to hurt you.
Hmm.
So he comes in and he hits Usyk with 5 or 6 punches. You're not gonna see Usyk get hurt the way Zurdo did or somebody. He's taking punches by guys 270 pounds,
Yeah.
so he's gonna take those punches, but once he fires back, once he establishes his punch or his hook or his counter and really cracks David, that's when it's gonna become a fight. That's when David's gonna have to say, okay, how do that's where it becomes a chess match with
Yeah.
somebody at that heavyweight because his power will be it's going to be equalized up there. I'm
Yeah.
not saying he can't knock a heavyweight out. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying though, it's going to be a lot harder
Yeah.
than fighting somebody, knocking somebody out at cruiserweight or like heavyweight. And and that power is going to be matched. He's going to get hit like he's never been hit before either. So that's what makes it very intriguing with him going to heavyweight, because he does have that speed. He does have power,
Hmm.
but it's going to be a lot less. It's going to be a lot more neutralized,
For
than
sure.
at cruiser at light heavyweight. So yeah, man.
Yeah, and that's the move, man. For me, that's the move. If he wants to create his own lane. He wants to solidify his name in boxing. Uh, if that fight's available, go for it. Like give it, go up
Take
there,
it.
go to heavyweight, take it. Opataya, Bivol, better V. He's already older. Like it's if you go and beat Bivol, then like that kind of like takes that better V fight out of the way, anyways. But if you go up and you beat Usyk, if you go up to heavyweight and you beat Usyk, now you're a champion at 168, 175, 200, and heavyweight. That's never
You're the
been done.
greatest. You're going to be the greatest fighter ever.
Yeah, that's
He's going to
never
be
been done.
labeled. Yeah,
And
he's gonna be
you're
labeled.
beating one of
Yeah,
the, but you're if you go and beat Usyk, that's potentially you're beating one of the best heavyweights ever, right? He's in the, at least the top five best heavyweights of all time,
yeah.
Usyk, and you go there and you beat him. Now you're a four division champion, right? A four division champion, but a four division champion in the higher weight classes. Like you have all these guys that are 4 or 5, Pacquiao 8 division champion, but those are all small guys like they can cut all a gang away and then eventually fight at their natural weight, right? That's kind of what Pacquiao did. He
Yeah.
cut all this weight and then he as he got older he just grew with his body and kept moving up, kept moving up. But at a bigger weight class, right? At these 168, 175, like that's never been done before, ever. And so you want to create your own lane. You want to make David Benavidez known, like, and if that fight's available, because Turkey talked about it already, like,
Yeah.
yes, yes, sign me up for that. Let's take it. Because even if you lose that fight, that doesn't do anything to you. It doesn't hurt you at all. Like
Nope.
it still adds to the aura. Like, hey man, this fool's crazy. That is the monster. He went all the way up to heavyweight to fight one of the top five best heavyweights of all time, and he went out there and he put on a show. Yeah, he didn't come out. That's fine, but he did his job. Now you go back down to cruiserweight. You can go back down and you can go fight Opataya. You can do that, or you can go back down to light heavyweight. But I don't know if he does go up to heavyweight. I don't know if he ever goes back all the way down to light heavyweight. That's gonna
Yeah, I
be
don't think so
that's
either.
gonna be a crazy cut, and he's only getting older. So dropping that much weight, because we seen it with Roy Jones, right? Jumping from light heavyweight to heavyweight and then coming back down and then losing like that. That's a lot of weight. That's a lot of weight
Not
to be
definitely.
cutting. So, but
I'd like
man,
to see him go up against Noel next. And if I was his team, I'd petition the IBF to have that fight with the WBC champion for
yeah,
the vacant IBF as well. And then just be like, hey, like I'll do my first defense for the IBF title if you guys let me fight for that vacant title as well, and become undisputed in one fight. You know what I'm saying? If he can
yeah,
beat Noel, the WBC champion, and petition the IBF to have that for the vacant title as well.
yeah,
That'd be good. That'd be good for him, to be, and then next year have the fight with
yeah.
Usyk, undisputed against undisputed. How big that would be, bro? Like, geez, man, like
It would.
that's yeah, but man, I feel bad for Jay Pataya, bro. He's like the odd man out sitting there right now, like,
Yeah.
because all the attention is on Benavides right now. I mean,
Well,
he's becoming the face. He's creating his own lane and
yeah,
he's doing it the way he wanted to do it.
yeah.
And
But with
he suffered a lot.
Opataya, is like he had an opportunity to put on a show, right? They put him up.
Yeah,
They put him up against Glanson, and yeah, Glanson's not. He's had Glanson's had his chances, but Glanson's somebody hard to knock out. But it's like if you wanted to put on, that was your time to take somebody out that hasn't really been taken out, right? That's that we all know. It's like, yeah, he's had losses, but he's somebody that's hard to put away, and
yeah.
he had him hurt in that fight, but he just didn't. He wasn't able to step the gas on and put him out. But
And
when you have somebody that Benavides comes in, that's how you make a statement. And if you want to become the face
nobody,
of boxing, and you want to
like,
take over, that's what you need to do.
I like I said, as purists, as people that watch boxing, I mean, you were thinking alike about the way it was gonna get done, but I mean, like Brandon Glanton and Zurdo are on two different levels,
Oh
and
yeah,
the way he finished Zurdo, I mean, just boom, he's becoming a household name. If he wasn't already, he's becoming a household name now. Where Jay had a shot to do it on Paramount, he had a big stage, he
yeah.
had a chance to do it, and kind of let
Didn't.
the bag drop, bro.
Yeah, yeah. He didn't do what he was supposed to do. He won,
Nah.
which is good on you. But now you're supposed to go out there and take him out. Like you're supposed to take him out, and because imagine if you would have got if he would have had a knockout, you know damn well
Hmm.
Paramount, UFC, Dana, like all the people they know, all the influencers Dana hangs out with, and all these streamers, they would have
Yeah.
been posting that knockout everywhere. So it
Oh
would have
yeah.
been like he would have been it would have got so much traction, and then following he getting stripped by the IBF, that all ties into getting his name pushed out. Like, oh look, he just knocked this guy out. Now they're stripping him. And then when David Benavidez is moving up, his name would have been tied to that even more so because look at he just knocked out this guy. He's a scary man, but he's
Yeah.
fighting Zudo. Like so like it was a lost opportunity by going out there and not getting that knockout, not putting the man away. I understand it's not that easy. I get it, but if you're supposed to be known as a knockout artist and you're the boogeyman there and you have this opportunity, you got to go for broke. Like Glancing wasn't really hurting him. He wasn't doing nothing. Like he wasn't
Yeah.
doing anything. So when you see that as a fighter, step on the gas. Like let's step on the gas and let's make your put your mark where it needs to be made. Like that's your division, right? What you want. I
Yeah,
don't know,
man.
but
You know,
that's just my
it's
that's my take.
it's a trip because they go out and they sign CBS. They signed Christian Billum Smith,
Yeah,
and I'm thinking that's going to be the next fight for Zurdo, and it's not.
it's not. Yeah,
They have him fighting in over in England. So I'm sorry, not Zurdo, but for Joe Pataya.
yeah,
And when Zupa signed Smith, I'm thinking, okay, this is the number two ranked guy in the Ring magazine. They're gonna have him go up against their number one guy in Jay Opataya,
yeah,
and that's not the case. So I'm interested to see what Zufa's gonna do with Jay now, because
yeah,
uh he hasn't fought anybody in the top 15 in 2 years. Is May 18th will make 2 years. And so it's gotta see what the ring is gonna do. Are they gonna strip him of that title?
yeah,
They want to talk bad about sanctioning bodies, but like what happens now? That what
yeah,
happens with Opataya? What are they gonna do? Because they have him fighting what is it? Rosiski is the guy he's fighting over in
yeah.
England. They're
Smith is
they're
fighting
going,
Rosiski. Yeah, and
yeah. And
yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah,
so what's next for Opataya, because they still have Opataya, like I said, as the number one fighter in the world, as their ring champion.
yeah,
And like I said, he hasn't fought any ranked opponents, and now May 18th will be 2 years that he's fought a ranked opponent. So I don't
yeah.
know.
It's
It's
just
interesting to see what they're gonna do with this cat.
if I were them, I would try to make the Benavides fight because who else? There's nobody else in. Like if you want to build your name, you want to get a big fight. Like there's nobody else in cruiserweight that has a name.
Yeah,
Like
exactly. There's not.
so no. So it's
But
just
the thing is like, what is David fighting for? I mean,
yeah,
like, what's the game?
yeah,
The ring belt, like, to be the ring champion? Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'd rather, you know, capture that WBC, beat Noel, and become the WBC champion. Try to become undisputed, and just kind of leave Opataya high and dry. But we'll see, man. It's crazy because I don't wish bad on any fighters, man. I love the sport. I want to see the best fight the best, and
yeah.
he's kind of stuck on an island right now by himself, and mm, I don't know, man. Hopefully they can make some moves for that cat because
I know.
I
It's
want to see I want to see the good fights, man. I want to see the fights
yeah,
happen, and it's sad that politics is stepping in the way of everything,
for sure.
and
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 it's
and
like,
I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying that
yeah,
that's what's going on. It's the
no, yeah.
politics of boxing, man.
hmm And it's just like, who would he fight though? Like who? Just so it would just have to be anybody that's like at least 10 and above, right? Or I don't want to see him fighting 15 or 14 or 13. It has to be 10, 5, actually 5 or above, right? Anybody ranked 5 and up, like, but
Yeah, yeah. There's
yeah,
nobody really out there for him to fight. I
mm-mm.
mean, so
Yeah, I don't know.
well, let's see what the rankings have him right now. Let me check this. I thought I just seen it. So the ring has Opataya as their champ. Benavides won, and this was as a yesterday with the new
Yeah,
rankings. They still have Zurdo too. They actually moved Zurdo to 2 over CBS over Chris Billum Smith. Then some guy named Michael Sislak 4,
and then
Noah
Noel,
McKalen 5, Rozicki 6, Badu Jack 7, Vidal Riley 8, Leonardo Mosqueda number 9, and Robin Sawan Safar is number 10. And honestly, bro, like Badu Jack is washed.
yeah.
And I don't know. I've never even heard of 8, 9, or 10. I'm keeping
Yeah,
it real.
I know. Badu Jack's already like past his prime, and he's down on, going on the backside of the hill. But that's the only name that is
It's
recognizable.
it's a weak division, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
It
That's the
really
only name that's
it
recognizable. Well, so CBS and Bottle Jack are the two names that are kind of are recognizable. So, but CBS is already fighting somebody, Rosiski.
yeah.
But
And he's
if
already fought. He's already lost his Zurdo. I
yeah,
mean, so
if Badu Jack wants to take the fight, just so it's like at least you're fighting a name, then that's the. But
yeah.
that one you should go out there and you should 2 3
That's they
rounds.
may have to do that. Zufa may have
Yeah,
to do that and just say, hey, like, yeah. I mean, just say,
to
hey,
stay act,
Patty.
stay active, and you're actually fighting somebody that has a name. So it's like it kind of
And it gives him a chance to keep his
his
ring
belt.
belt.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then
but yeah.
yeah. So
But Benavidez, man, he can do it whatever he wants right now. I feel he can do pretty much whatever he wants. But if I were him, his team, I would be campaigning for that Usyk fight. I would try to go straight for the Usyk fight because no side quest, no nothing like that.
yeah.
Go straight because you never know. This is boxing. It only takes one. Um, if you lose before getting that Usyk fight, that fight's is it's over. It's done.
Yeah, you're done.
It's out the window. So I'm not saying he is gonna lose. I don't see him losing. But I'm saying why even chance it? Why even chance it? Why even put it in that vicinity? Just campaign for that Usyk fight, get that Usyk fight, and then come back down and do
Not
it
exactly.
and fight whoever you want to fight.
It's crazy because like the Zufa's gonna have to they're gonna have to bite the bullet and deal with these sanctioning bodies. They're gonna have to, bro. And whether it's on, like I said, whether it's on a ring card, which I think that's gonna end up being it, where Zufa's the minor leagues and the rings the major leagues,
Yes.
and not putting any of the fighters that are fighting for Zufa down or calling them minor league fighters. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that they're basically, you have 360 that was absorbed by Zufa, and that was
Yes.
a club show. And the
Yeah.
majority of those, most of those guys are all on there.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a lot of guys that aren't at that elite level yet. And I'm not saying they can't get there. You
No,
got
are like
yeah,
right there, and
exactly.
we know most of them, so they're
Yeah,
right there. A couple more fights, man. They're in it.
yeah, Tito's right there. You know,
Tito,
um,
Oh,
and Colin
Trinidad's
Moss
right.
was right there. Oh,
Oh,
Omar Trinidad.
Yeah,
I
Omar's
don't
right
want to call
there.
him Tito Trinidad.
Oh,
Omar Trinidad.
yeah, Omar Trinidad. Yeah,
Yeah, but no, they're right there, bro. You know, they're right there. And even with even with the girl, they have her on the ring card, Mizuki. She was,
she's ice.
360. She's badass, and she's gonna
She's
be fighting
badass.
on that card over there in Egypt.
Yeah, we just had
So we'll
Ruiz on. I just had Ruiz. I just had her on the pod, but we're about to release the. I'm about to release that episode soon. Ruiz, Cobra Ruiz.
Cobrita,
Yeah,
Adelita, yeah,
yeah, yeah. So I just had her on the pod, and she's looking very close to that Mizuki fight. She says because she has a WBC, Mizuki has a WBO in the ring. I
yeah,
told her, I told her that's a fight that I would love to see. That
yeah,
that
man. That's
that would be a banger. Mizuki
Oh
has her
yeah.
footwork. Her footwork is crazy,
Oh,
man. Yeah,
definitely,
her footwork
definitely.
is crazy.
Yes,
Um,
sir, man. And then you'll be going up to Vegas this weekend, right?
yeah, I'll be going to Vegas this weekend. See what happens with the Mosley Jr. and Boacek fight. It should be interesting. Um, I don't know. It should be interesting. I think Boacek should take that fight.
Yeah, me too. I
Yeah,
think Boyacek might stop him. I mean,
I think so.
you think he's got too much power for Mosley.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah, and
Angel
then
Fierro, bro.
oh yeah, we'll get into that one.
Oh,
Let's do the
okay,
other
okay,
monster because
okay.
that's the fight I really want to talk about. But let's get into the next monster. They had announced Robert Garcia had said it too that after this fight they're going up to fight. They want to fight the Inoue fight next after Bam's 118 debut. They want to move up. Turkey had talked about it too, making that fight. I feel finally like I feel finally I'm super
Uh,
I'm super biased in this fight. I
yeah,
honestly I'm biased. I say right away, but I I get it why they're trying to make it fight because who knows what's gonna happen with Inoue soon? Like we don't know.
yeah,
So they want to get it before he's gone, like moves up even more or retires or whatever he
yeah,
does. But if I had it my way, I would wait maybe another year, let Bam fight, at least try to unify up there at 118, and then move up, fight, and then move up again. But we've seen fighters we've seen fighters. Was it There's a word I'm looking for right now. Defy the laws of physics,
Oh
and we
yeah,
see
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so when they're great, they're great. I guess nothing really matters, but it to me that's gonna be a super good fight, and I feel Inoue is not gonna be able to keep up with Bam's footwork. That's gonna be what separates that fight is the footwork of Bam. Um, the power, does Bam's power translate up to that weight class? I don't. We have to wait and see. We don't know.
Yeah.
We know Inoue's power is going to be there. Um, we've seen Bam get dropped one time and he got back up. We've seen Inoue get dropped a couple times and get back up. It's just going to be. This is going to be a real chess match. It's going to see who's going to. When it comes down to it, whose game plan is going to be implemented the best, right? But I feel that the advantage there is going to be slightly towards Bam because of the footwork. You give the advantage to Inoue for experience in that up the, in the higher weight class. But man, it's a fight that I'm super excited about.
Yeah, the only thing is though is I've seen it, man, throughout the years. It's so hard for those lighter weight classes to move up in weight, and we seen it the other night with Ioka. He was trying to go for the fifth division, and he was just in a way was too strong,
Yeah,
and I've seen Bam dropped. We've seen him
yeah,
hit, we've seen him hurt. He's come back and won. But it's like his chin's gonna get tested. And
yeah,
that's what scares me. I
yeah,
mean, and then even boxing wise, I'm 200 pounds. And when I put on 7, 8 pounds, I go on a cruise and I eat like a pig, and I go to Texas and I eat and I come back, 8, 10 pounds heavier. Like I feel it, man.
Oh yeah,
And imagine being that small and putting on that much more weight,
yeah,
is the speed going to be there? Is the footwork and the speed going to be there? I mean, it's 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 good for Bam because it'll be the biggest payday of his career. It
yes,
really will be. I mean, he'll never make money against anybody the way he will against Inoue, especially if the fight's in Japan. You
yeah,
know, um, I don't know where it's going to be at. I don't know where Turkey plans on having it or whatnot. But it'll be his biggest payday, and it'll be the biggest test of his life.
yes.
And my heart is with Bam.
Hmm.
He's a Mexican. I want to see him go in there. I want to see him win. I want to see him achieve greatness. I want to be like, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just it's hard to root. Like it's hard to, and I'm not saying root against him. It's hard to
root
be
ag- root
biased and say,
against.
hey,
Yeah.
like he's
Oh,
gonna,
it's
yeah,
easy.
like
It's easy to
like
be
like
biased.
betting wise, yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
betting
betting.
wise
Yeah,
to say,
yeah,
hey, this is yeah, I'm shit. I'm for Bam. I'm going for Bam. I want Bam to
yeah,
win.
yeah.
But will he do it? Oh, that's a different story. You know what I mean?
Yes, he's
That's
already the Bam's already the legend killer. So he's just adding another legend to
yeah.
the name. He's already
So
he
that
already he's slayed all the legends already. He's been
hmm
slaying legends since he was young. So he's just
oh
adding.
yeah.
It's just adding another legend to the resume. That's it. That's a,
Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. Yeah, but no,
yeah,
definitely a fight that would be exciting because that's the only thing left. There's nothing at him. There's nothing for him at 22. And that's what we talked about. There's nothing for him at 22 left for him to do.
no,
Nobody there is going to give him a fight. And Bam comes up, then the fight's there. That's the last fight there at 22 for him, and then
yeah,
and then he goes up. But he goes up. I mean, there's a few fights for him, but there's some dangerous fights up there at 26. He
yeah.
goes up to welter. I mean, not welter, featherweight. He goes up to featherweight. There's some real dangerous fights. There's some real powerful individuals
And then
that
that's
will
even
give him a
close.
hard time, man.
Some of these guys at 130 are if they're willing to cut that weight to go and get a big fight at 126 or anyway, some of these guys might be willing to cut the weight and come down. So
Yeah.
or catch weights at 128, something like that. Um, so it's just more. That's why I feel like it's better to get this fight now. Bam, I wish like of course you of course you want him to take the time because that's what they've been talking about. But see, in reality, like if they wait, they might never get that fight.
No, exactly. They can't.
Yeah.
They can't. You got to do it
So
now.
yeah, you gotta do it now. And you're already moving up to 118. Also depends on the performance at 118. If he goes out there and he does what he's been doing, then yeah, like boom, move up. Like and 118 to 122, it might not sound like a lot, but it's a lot. It's four
Oh yeah,
pounds, but
yeah.
it's
It's a
it's four
lot.
pounds. But there's ways to do it to put on the weight the right way. So if he's able to do it the right way, and he has a great team, so I'm pretty sure that they'll be able to get it done the right way and do things the right way. And
Oh yeah.
I feel like
Robert Garcia is legendary. I mean,
yeah,
he's gonna have the best nutritionists, the best coaches. I mean,
yeah,
yeah. So definitely an interesting fight if it does go down.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The monster versus Bam,
Yeah.
that's gonna be if they were fighting at 140, it would be the biggest 140, 147, somewhere around there. It would be the biggest fight in boxing. But since they're so small,
hmm
it's still a really really big fight. It's just not where David Benavidez like the name it's just because he's
It's
bigger
not a
guy.
super
But
fight.
yeah, it's not
Yeah.
in reality it is a super
And
fight,
yeah,
but
for
it
us it
just doesn't
is.
have yeah it just doesn't have that commercial name because they're in the lighter weight classes and hopefully after this fight it brings more attention like because I feel like around this time right with the bands with the Inoues with the Nakatanis and like this is probably the most these lower weight classes have been discussed in the media. Like it's yeah, there's only really 2 3 guys that are like that are known in those weight classes, but after seeing that, if this fight puts on a show and it does what it like I think it can do, um, hopefully that just makes the opens the eyes to the audience, to everybody else, the casuals, to everybody else, the audience. Like, hey man, these guys at these lower weight guys, they fight. Like you're gonna see these guys. You're gonna see fast fights. You're gonna get knockouts, but you're gonna see these two skillful, fast guys, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be nonstop action.
Oh yeah, yeah. Uh, Eddie Hearn thinks, of course, Bam's his
Oh yeah,
guy, but like,
yeah,
man, if this go, yeah, I guess, if it does go down though, it would be in Japan. It would be
yeah. That's what.
January in Japan.
Yeah. Of course, I'm like, damn. I wish it was here, but it makes sense to be over there. It's gonna generate so much more money over there, and
Oh yeah,
so
oh
yeah. So
yeah.
yeah. So it's better. I get it, but also it's like, damn. I wish it was in Vegas.
We're gonna have to take a trip, man. We're gonna have to take a flight to Japan for that fight, man.
It's,
Shit.
man,
Start
that's gonna
saving
be.
now, man. Start saving now so when they announce
Yeah,
it, bro.
I'm gonna start saving all
Shit.
my cans and my bottles and.
Oh yeah, bro. We'll go get us some sponsors, bro, and just like
Yeah.
wear sponsorship stuff, man. I'll have like a damn
I'm gonna
Chico's
wear.
bail bonds hat on.
I'm just gonna wear a black suit and as many patches as I can fit on that black suit.
Oh yeah.
Everywhere,
Walking
like
around like a
yeah,
walking billboard.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
bro.
everywhere, man.
Oh
But
yeah, just be like,
let's get into this crazy debate. Do you feel? I know how I feel. Fierro was robbed.
I
That's that's what I feel.
yeah,
And,
he won that fight, man.
he won that
Fierro
fight
won that fight.
for sure.
He
And I
won that
love
fight.
all respect to Robert Garcia. All respect to Oscar Duarte and like that camp, but Fierro was hitting on all cylinders. Like he was the one. He was the one causing the damage. He was the one boxing and hurting. Um,
Yeah.
I really don't understand how the judges saw Oscar Duarte winning that fight. I feel it should have been a unanimous decision. It was a close fight. There's moments that were close. I don't feel like Fierro just went out there and demolished Duarte, but Duarte edged it out for sure. Like he won the fight. Like
Oh, definitely, man.
yeah,
Definitely. He won that fight. He put the pressure on it. He kept throwing combinations. He was hitting them with
yeah,
the vast majority of the punches. Duarte was looking for one big shot a lot of times, so it was bad scoring, man. The crowd, when the crowd boos like that, they know, I
yes,
mean, it was bad. I'm trying to see if I can pull up the punch count for that, but
yeah. I think
definitely, I mean,
I think Duarte for some what I if I remember, I think Duarte had more landed punches for some, but it's like that's just a small
but
piece of the fight.
you
Like
win, yeah,
you
and
win
it,
off
it
of
it's
ring
it's judgmental
generalship,
because you do it by
control.
rounds.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not, you know, like I was telling you, man, if me and you are at it and I'm tagging you and I'm tagging you, but at the end of the round, the last 30 seconds, you crack me with like a good four punch, boom, boom, you put me into the ropes, right? And
yeah,
I'm going back, and then you hit me with a 1-2, and then ding ding, you win that round, not me.
yeah,
And I could have landed 40, 50, 80 punches on you.
yeah,
But you hurt me the way you did in the last, and you still the round.
yeah,
You hurt me. Like your punches were more effective.
yeah.
That's the thing. Effective aggressiveness,
Yes,
and it was a lot of times, it was the aggressiveness, the effective aggressiveness of Fierro, and it sucked that he lost that fight. But I mean, uh, Duarte didn't look good. Fierro did come
no,
in 3 pounds heavy. He took the fight. He didn't back
yeah,
out of it. He went into it. He took the fight. But still, it's like he didn't prove that. I don't know, man. that he's that next level, that elite fighter, man. That fight, he
Yeah.
didn't look good, you know. And I know
No.
styles make fights, and I know depending on your opponent, you're gonna look different with every opponent or whatnot. But like he didn't look good, man.
Yeah,
He
but
didn't look good at
when
all.
you're at that elite level, when you're at that championship level, you need to find it, like find the ways to win. If you're not feeling good, if your legs are not there, something's off, you're a little slower than usual, you make an adjustment and you find a way to win. That's what champions do. And
Yeah,
he didn't make that adjustment. He had moments where like okay, like he's starting to push forward, but I don't know if his body was working right because he only had these moments. He looked exhausted. Like he didn't
yeah,
look
he
like
looked tired.
yeah, he didn't
He
look
looked
like he
tired.
had he wasn't there that night. Like because we've seen Duarte like push forward, right? Like you see him go forward, he aggressive, but he just didn't. It didn't look like himself. We're not making excuses. I'm just saying what I saw because, like I said, if you're at championship level, if you're in a like elite, you want to be an elite fighter, you find
Yeah,
a way to win, no matter what. Like no matter what.
yeah. You dig deep, man. You
Yeah,
dig deep, and you go out there and you do what you
yeah,
have to do. And yeah, yeah, he got a little bit of home cooking. I tell you that. Got a little bit of home cooking that night,
yeah.
Saturday night.
Yep. Yeah, man. I had picked Duarte to win. I thought he was gonna get the
But me
knockout.
too.
Yeah, I thought he was
Yeah.
getting. Yeah, he's gonna go get the knockout. Oh, he's even more mad now. This guy missed weight, so it's like, all right, cool. Like he's coming off of the hitches and stuff. He's irritated. Like, um, I I did say that last week. It's like maybe he was too mad. He had all these emotions, and maybe he had a dump, like an emotional dump, where he kind of drained him going into the fight, thinking about everything. That could have been the case as well, because that does drain you. But given even that, like you have to, man, like there was so much on the line for this fight. You have to go out there and you have to do whatever you got to do to win, dude. Like it was a big fight for you because of everything surrounding it.
You know, Russell Mora and it looks like Russell Mora and who's this other one? The first judge both gave Duarte 5 out of the last 6 rounds, bro. Like, no way.
That's crazy.
No way. Like, come on, man. Like, really?
I had text
Like,
uh I had text Icon. I'm like Fierro got robbed, and he just gave me a face like, but
It was Patrice Morse Jarman
yeah.
and Steve Weisfeld each gave Duarte 5 out of the last 6 rounds. David Sutherland gave 4 out of the last 6 to Fierro, and he's the one that actually had Fierro winning 116, 112. And I agree with that card. You know, I agree with David Sutherland's card. I don't see what these other two were. I don't see what fight they were watching, bro.
So I had it because I was texting Icon. So I have the way I scored the fight. I had gave the first round to Fierro. I gave Duarte rounds 2 to 5. I gave Fierro rounds 6 to 11, and then I edged. I think Oscar Duarte kind of edged the last round. There was really nothing, so I gave him the last. So I had it 7 to 5, 7 rounds to
Yeah,
5, and then like that's how I scored the fight, 7 rounds to 5 for Fierro. So I
yeah,
don't understand. Like
yeah,
it,
yeah,
it was it wasn't like he. I don't feel like Fierro smoked him. Like it was there's close moments. Um, Especially because you have the whole fight pretty much Duarte's just following him around. So it depends. Like there's judges that use that like oh he's controlling the ring, he's following him around, but it's like but he's not doing any damage. He's not even doing any. He's not landing. He's not moving him. He's not controlling his movement. He's just following. So
yeah.
it's not it's not there. But I don't know.
It's
I gave
one
it
thing to
seven to
follow,
five.
it's another thing to cut it off and hurt your
Yeah.
opponent and throw punches, and he just wasn't doing that, man.
No.
So, yeah. So on
Yeah.
to the next, man.
Yeah. Speaking on to the
Well, see
next.
what happens, man. What's he gonna do? Well, is it gonna be Delgado or they're gonna let him fight? What the hell's gonna happen? Because again, now they're saying the IBF is gonna order Lindolfo Delgado against Duarte. So
Why though? After the loss, and I get why they're not gonna give it to Fierro because he missed the weight. So they he can't be trusted. You can't be trusted. You missed weight. So and you're not a big name, so you don't get that leeway sometimes. Because you're not gonna bring in like the big money, so you don't get that you don't get that leeway. Um, does Fierro get the rematch with Pitbull? That's what I would want to see for Fierro. I would want him to get that rematch with Pitbull. Um, go in there, make weight, and because I feel like he edged that fight too, and it was a draw. Um, you could have easily gave it to Fierro for that fight as well. Um,
yeah,
so for Fierro, I feel like you go and you get that Pitbull fight because that's what Duarte was talking about, right? If I'm gonna beat Fierro, then I'm gonna go fight Pitbull. So well, you
yeah,
just lost. You won, but you
yeah.
lost. So like I don't know. Fierro, I think Fierro should get the rematch with Pitbull, but if not, I think if Duarte fights Pitbull, um, if he looks like he fought Fierro, I think Pitbull's gonna run through him.
Oh yeah, definitely,
If he comes
definitely.
out there and he fights like he fought against Fierro, Pitbull runs through him easily.
Yeah, I think so too, man.
Yeah.
So
But a fight that I was nervous for and I had picked him to lose, but the way he fought got me super excited because I've been to a lot of his fights. My wife knows who he is because I've went to a lot of fights, and and her grandparents are from TJ. So
yeah,
when he yeah so when he fought Canelo, everybody was going for him because all her family, they're all from the grandparents are from TJ. So
yeah.
with Munguia, he surprised the hell out of me.
Oh
Dude,
man,
he surprised the
surprised
hell
me
out of
too,
me, man. And talking about being not being able to teach an old dog new tricks. Um,
man.
freaking Eddie Reynoso, I don't know what you put in his water to hypnotize him, or you gave him hypnosis, or what, fucking you, whatever you did, light the candles. Or I don't know what you did, but whatever you're
Man,
doing, it's working. He looked really good. He looked like a brand new guy, and he actually had defense. He was moving he looked like Canelo against Jacobs against the ropes, moving his head and like I was like, oh, okay. That's what
yeah,
Canelo used to do. Like what the Canelo, I don't know where that was when he was fighting Crawford, but that's what Canelo used to
yeah.
do. And I was like, man, I I
He
was
looked really good. He put together punches.
yeah,
He had good defense.
yes.
He had a good
He looked
gas tank.
fast. He looked
He
fast.
looked fast. He looked strong. I mean, everything looked good, man. I haven't seen Munguia look that dangerous in a long time.
I don't think he's ever
And
looked that. I don't think he's ever looked that good. Like he's had moments where he was scary, like at 54, scary. But the thing is always like he never moved his head. He always kept his head on the center line. He never moved.
yeah.
He get caught, but now he's moving his head and he looks faster. Oh man, he's scary. Like let's
Oh, definitely.
there's some good fights out there. There's Pacheco's out there, Serraza's out there, um,
Lester Martinez,
Lester Martinez. Oh yeah,
he
there's
could
some
always
good
fight
fights.
Caleb too. I mean, there's money out
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Shiraz.
Shiraz. Caleb's a good name for him. I know he just beat Resendez, who beat Caleb, but Caleb still has a name. Caleb's still a good fighter. Caleb
So
still has a good IQ out there. Like
so the
he's
word is that he's going to be fighting Iglesias on that Canelo card in September. So you have Canelo against Billy, and then the number two fight in the world right now is this Cuban cat named uh I think it's like Ogesli Iglesias, and he's from Cuba. He's undefeated,
yes,
and that they're saying that's who they want to put Munguia up against, and it would be good. So that way, it would be a good measuring stick for Canelo as well. To
yeah.
kind of see where this kid Iglesias is at or whatever. But yeah, but that's the word I heard is that they're looking to put him back in September on that Canelo card
Yeah.
in Riyadh,
That it,
in
it's
Saudi.
it's just smart because you're building up Mungia. Like you're building Mungia and Canelo
Yeah,
will never fight again. When it comes
no,
when it gets to a point where they have to fight, Canelo's probably gonna that's gonna be the sign for Canelo to retire, and Mungia is gonna step in and take his spot, and that's what
yeah,
that's what Canelo's grooming Mungia for. And if he
and I
keeps
pass the
fighting like
torch to Mungia.
yeah, and if he keeps fighting like the way he did against Resendez, it's easily gonna be easily acceptable for him
Yeah,
to take it and run because he's still young. He's
yeah.
what
So
29 years old. Like he has a lot
yeah,
of
he's
miles.
not he's not very old,
Yeah,
man.
he has a lot of miles in the ring. Yes, but he's still very young. So I don't know, man.
Yeah. So yeah,
I was
that's
super excited about the performance. I was like, damn, there we go.
yeah, he looked good. He looked
Yeah,
good. You know, and I don't know if it was you telling me. Talked a lot of boxing in the last week, but I think maybe you might have hit it on the head when we were talking last week about Resendez. You know, and no, it was you that we were talking because I remember I said that he had beat Elijah, but no, Elijah had
yeah,
knocked him out and he had beat Hurd. But like you had said, you know, he kind of caught Plant on that downward slope because Plant had already lost a couple of times. You
yeah,
know, Plant had got beat by Benavides. He had got beat by Canelo. You know, he's already on that downward slope. And
yeah.
man, you hit it. I mean, it may after you said it, and I watched that fight. And I'm not taking anything away from Munguia.
No,
Definitely not taking anything away from Munguia. Munguia looked badass that night. Like he looked
yeah,
really, really well. But maybe Resendez just wasn't that man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like you said, there was a lot more to Resendez, a lot more underlying little issues that didn't click for me upstairs that you had brought to my attention. And I kept thinking about that, man. I'm like, you know what, man, this guy was right though. I think he was right, man. Maybe Resendez just, you know, he and I'm not saying he got lucky, but he
no,
just caught these guys at the right time. You know,
yeah.
he popped into that division and made his name for himself at the right time.
Yeah,
You
and
know.
he did what he was supposed to do, right? He went in there
Yeah,
and he took advantage of these little holes that were sitting there, and that's what you're
yeah,
supposed to do, right? You go in there, and that's what we talked about Opataya with Glanson. Like when you have these
yeah.
opportunities, you need to
You got
take
to take
advantage of
them.
them, and they're there. Like if he has a Resendez has a good coach, he has Manny Robles, so Manny Robles
Yeah,
probably saw those holes, like, hey, look at this is gonna be there. This is so you take advantage of these things. Caleb's not as fast as he used to be. He's not as slick as he used to be. He's older. He especially after that Benavides fight, carrying all those weight of those punches, and he's a dog. Plant's a dog. Like there's
yeah,
I'm not saying
yeah.
nothing bad about Plant. Like I love him. I like him. That's why I would watch him fight again because he's a dog. Because he still has that IQ. It's just that his speed wasn't is not there after that. When you have a war like you did against Benavides, there's things that are left in that ring, right? And so that's what I was saying about Plant is like he's not the same. Like he's
Yeah,
had
like
these
we
big
said, those
wars.
those are the type of fights that they take years off of you, man.
Yeah. Yes.
Those are the type of fights that, like you said, you leave a part of you fucking stays in that ring, and you're never getting that part of
Yeah.
yourself back,
Mm-hmm.
mentally, physically.
For
Like
sure. And
that
you see
shit's
that.
there. Like that's it,
Oh
man.
yeah.
Like yeah,
And you see the difference, right? Okay. Munguia went to distance with Canelo. He got dropped. Okay. Then he gets knocked out. But he hasn't. When's the last time he's been in a real war? It's been a while. Like it's been a while because he's known for having these brutal fights. But that was back at
yeah.
154. That was so long ago. Since he's been at 168, he hasn't had a war, like a real war.
No, he hasn't.
I feel like it's a little bit better to get knocked out clean, get back, boom, you're up, fight's over. You're able to you get your recovery time. You don't get knocked down, then get up, then knock down again, then get up, then knock down again, and then hurt and daze. That takes a lot out of you. If you just get boom, you're knocked out, you're out. Boom. Yes, that does suck, but
Yeah,
it's a little bit easier to recover and come back from something like that than it is to go through what Plant did with Benavides. That like getting like beat up like that and worn down and exhausted and drained and then carrying all these punches and you're like getting bruised like that
yeah,
takes more out of you. and so that's kind of what I was hinting at. And but the thing is, we've seen Munguia like not really like ha- box like the way he boxed on Saturday. So when he came, I thought like, okay, if Rosales can catch him the same way he caught Plant, that he's probably gonna get knocked out because he's already been knocked out. He's been knocked down. He's been knocked out now. So now that chin's not as strong, right? It's already been the iron has a little chink in it now, has a little crack in it. But man, he came out and he
And
surpassed
it
my
was the training.
expectations.
It was the training. It was the speed. You know, I mean, the boxing was there.
Yeah.
You know, he boxed. He had defense. You know, I mean,
Yes.
and the gas tank. You know, I mean, the energy. It was there. It was like
Yeah.
it was a new. It was like a reborn Mungia in that ring.
Yeah.
You
He
know, that's why
came
I
in
said I'm not
there.
taking anything away from
No.
because if it would have been the same Mungia, it would have been the way both of us thought. You know, he
Yeah.
was going to gas out. Resendez, you know, was going to put the pressure on him and he was going to wear him down and probably get a UD, maybe even a stoppage because it
Hmm.
was just going to be too much pressure.
Yeah.
But he boxed beautifully. He put together combinations, man. I mean, he was putting
Yes.
together combos. It wasn't,
No.
you know, one punch and save energy. I mean, he was throwing combos in there, man, and he was looking good.
And they were
He
sharp.
looked really good. Yeah,
Sharp.
sharp.
Sharp punches, sharp
Yeah.
combinations, fast, crisp. You can hear them whipping like pap, boom. Like oh man, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Like that's kind of what we've been saying about Munguia for all these years. It's like, man, if he just adds that deep, like he movement, like he would be unstoppable. Like he would be, but it was always like, oh, he's good, but when he goes to against somebody that has power and move, like and look at it, like now, and he looked focused, like he looked like he took it serious. Like the discipline, the focus. He was in there. He worked. He listened to the corner. He stuck to the game plan, and man,
Yeah.
let's.
So,
I can't wait for the next one. And I think he's gonna look even
right.
better. I think the
Yeah,
next one he's gonna look even better.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Yes,
Oh
sir.
man, it's amazing,
Yeah, man.
and that's what boxing. That's why boxing is so beautiful. Like that's why boxing is so beautiful because
Yeah.
we think you know somebody, like you've seen watching this guy fight for so many years, been to a lot of his fights and seeing him, and it's like, man, and he's had different trainers. He's had really good trainers. He's the Freddie
Yeah.
Roaches, the Morales, like he's had all these guys like in his corner, and it's like I don't know what it is. Is it Eddie Reynoso or is it just that he respects Canelo so much that he's listening and he's focused there? Like it could be I think it's a little bit of both. I think
A
it's
little
both.
bit of
Like
both, I think.
yeah. So it's like okay, now it's like, and then now he sees it after that performance. He probably feels it like damn, like I should have been done doing this a long time ago. like
Yeah. No,
so
exactly. Exactly. So, yeah, good for Mungia, man.
yeah.
And I'm excited to see him back in the ring too. Really excited to see him back
Yeah,
in the ring.
that and I can't wait to see what Pacheco's gonna do. Hopefully, like because I know he doesn't. He left his trainer, or he left Benavides, right? He was with Benavides
Yeah, so
Senior.
he's out in LA. He's with Coach O,
Oh, Coach O.
with his
Okay,
brother. He's training with
yeah,
Coach O with Omar Villanueva. Yeah.
okay. So I'm
So
excited to see him
they got
come
that
back.
camp in yeah, down in like the Florence area of LA,
Yeah.
like Watts down there.
Okay.
So yeah, he's down there and he's got a good little camp around him, you know. So yeah, I'm excited to see what Pacheco's gonna do, man.
Yeah, me too.
You know, so
So yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time right now.
good, yeah, good time. And then today you had the top rank announcement for the 4th of July card
Yes.
in Cleveland, you know. So that's gonna be good too, man. You know, they're teaming up with TNT Sports, and that can also be streamed on HBO Max. You know, a lot of TNT Sports can be streamed through HBO Max. And once they start crossing the line and start having those fights, the game plan for them is to start working with Matchroom and Golden Boy and Top Rank, you know, all of those, and having these special DAZN fights. You know, this one is it's going to be, I'm pretty sure, exclusively Top Rank, but
Yeah.
they're going to start having them where, you know, they all work together to give us monthly fights through TNT Sports as well. So
Yeah. That's amazing.
that's going to be exciting, man. Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time for boxing right now.
For sure. And that's dope. Yeah. That's. It's streamed through HBO Max. Does that mean potentially we get HBO boxing back?
You know what? They want live sports, so you could potentially see it. Now, this is something I talked about last year, on my podcast, is that these streaming services want live sports.
Yeah.
You see Peacock now running the basketball,
Hmm.
NBC Peacock, Netflix wants live sports. They're doing MVP.
They have
ESPN is doing live sports. They're all trying to do the live
Netflix.
sports.
Netflix has had football on there already, like Monday Night Football. I think they had basketball. Christmas was on Netflix. Prime has basketball. So they
Yeah,
all
so
all
and
have
now
it.
that people are getting more adapted to the streaming services.
Yeah.
I think it just took a while for the transition from the basic cable that people were used
Yeah.
to these streaming services and getting used to these streaming services and the way things are working. And it's a change in times for everything. I
For
mean,
sure.
it is what it is, and people just they have to adapt. And I think now that people have adapted, we could see, you know, uh boxing back, on HBO. So that would be great, man.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
That'd be great.
HBO.
Yes, sir.
I hi.
He's all hi.
Hey.
I'm right here. I I'll
Yeah.
be an interviewer. I'll do whatever you need me to. Let's go,
Yeah.
HBO.
Yeah.
That's right, brother.
Yeah.
Oh
Man,
yeah.
I appreciate you. Man,
Now, of course, man.
anything else before we head out of here?
No, there's not really any big news. You just got a lot of fights coming up
Yeah.
in May. This weekend you got the Wardley Dubois fight going on in England. You got
Yes.
the Boyachuk fight out there in Vegas. What you'll be at. Um, this Saturday for people that are in town. I know you'll probably be out of town already, but this Saturday we got the media workout going on for DMG
Yeah.
Boxing.
I know I
This one will
saw
be
that.
at the yeah, it'll be at the KO Fitness in La Mirada, right off of Imperial and La Mirada Boulevard. Next to the Home Depot is where the KO Boxing Gym is at. And then we got the DMG gym in Fullerton, but this one will be in La Mirada. So if you guys are in town, man, check out the DMG IG. It'll give you the address. It's right on Imperial Highway in La Mirada, man. So if you guys are available, come through. We'll have food, we'll have drinks, chance for you guys to get pictures, autographs, whatever you guys want, man. Come on through.
That's dope. Make sure if you're in the area, go check it out. If you're in Vegas, holler at me this weekend. I'll be around if you
That's
see
right.
me. Chop it up. But we'll be back next week, Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. My
Yes, sir.
Theory, Supreme Boxing, Stacks Ringside. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, everything, all that, and keep in contact. If you have anything you want us to talk about, slide in the DM, hit the comments, whatever, and we'll pick it up and we'll talk about it. We'll discuss it. Appreciate every